you doing today? Hope you're doing all right, bro. Got the microphone issue working. Last week kind of sucked with the lag and the microphone and all that, but it's a work in progress every day. Get a little bit better, getting back on track. I decided to go earlier, start a little earlier than normal. Normally, I get started about 5-10 minutes before the render reset. But last week we had this perfect stamina damage to elite mods, 202 stamina with 4% damage to elite. You got about 23 more minutes to pick this bad boy up. It is located at Dante's Run. So jump over here to Dante's Run, just south of Amherst Apartments. Come over here, get this vendor, come down, and buy you about 5 or 6 of them, or buy you 10 of them and throw some in your stash if you got multiple characters. That way you can have on them characters. That's what I did. Rogue, what's up, Brad? How you doing, brother? But yeah, it's been a long time coming, y'all. It's been a long time. I'll get into some of it, as we get going a little bit more. But first vendor reset since when was my last one? October 5th. That was a Friday, and then the following Wednesday, Hurricane Michael come through and just completely destroyed my home and my town, and lost a couple friends. They passed away during it, which was really bad. And just, yeah, it's a long road ahead. My house right now, I finally got power back. I'm still running on a mobile hotspot on my phone. That's how I'm playing. I don't have any cable or internet at my house. That's going to be, they said, a couple months before I get internet back. So went up my mobile hotspot on my phone. That way I could play this. And but anyway, I'm living in my living room in my house. My bedrooms are unlivable right now, with the ceiling being partially ripped off, or the roof being partially ripped off and the ceiling collapsed in. And so it's just a rebuilding process. A lot of cleanup. I have no trees in my yard anymore. Absolutely not a single one. Yeah, it's just a lot of devastation down here. The storm come out of nowhere. I've lived in Panama City my whole life. I love bad weather. I love tropical storms. I love hurricanes. Hell, a couple days before the storm, I was talking about how much I love just how beautiful it was, even though I respect them. But this storm did something that we've never seen before. This storm went from a tropical storm to a Category 4, almost a 5. In fact, it actually hit as a Category 5. And I think after everything's said and done, they'll actually finalize it as a Category 5, because I know in my house we had a sustained 158-mile-an-hour winds for 96 minutes, which is like a F2 tornado, except it's 85 miles wide. And we had gusts up to 229 miles an hour. And but yeah, I think it's gonna, when it's all said and done, I think it's gonna be Category 5. But it went from tropical storm to Category 5 in a 36-hour period, which is unheard of. It went from a Category 1 to a Category basically 5 in like a 19-hour period. But I've rode out Category 3s before. That's what I was kind of anticipating, and that's what I got ready for. I went to bed the night before, on Tuesday night. It was a Category 3. I woke up Wednesday morning at 4 in the morning, and it was literally like 5 miles per hour away from being a Category 5. And at this time, it was like, it's too late. I can't move. It's too late to go, because you don't want to get stuck on the road when that thing hits. People die that way. And so I didn't trust my house. My neighbor has a block home. He had went out of state. Him and his daughters took off, and they left me a key to their house. And so I called my family up, told them to all meet over here. We went over there, got inside this block structure. I went live on YouTube and Twitter right before it hit, and it was the scariest moment. I'm gonna try to upload the videos from inside of it. The house that we stayed in, the roof got ripped off. The gas line busted, started filling the house up with gas. We actually had to go sit on the south side of the building outside for the last like 20 minutes of the storm, because the house started filling with natural gas, or with propane gas. And I would have gone and cut the valve off, but where the valve was right in the middle of where just like debris and all that was blowing, and I'm not going to get out there in 156 to 60 mile an hour winds. That would have killed me immediately if something would have hit me. So we just had to kind of like sit down in like 2 foot of water and huddle together. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we all cried and told each other we loved each other, because I mean, we thought we were gone. But anyway, we made it. Yeah, I got a living room and I got a kitchen, and the rest of my house is kind of going to be in the works. It's going to be a rebuilding process. But I gotta go ahead. I'm going to do this right now. I'll probably do it again later. But that night, Wednesday night, it was weird because Verizon completely dropped the ball on this thing. Verizon, like, nobody had Verizon for like 2 weeks after the storm. Anybody that had Verizon in Panama City, Bay County, whatever, they had no cell phone service for like 2 weeks. I have Metro PCS, which is part of T-Mobile. I never lost service. Never. I mean, during the middle of the eye of the hurricane, you know, right when that eye wall hit, of course I didn't have service during that, but the second it passed by, I was the only one in my family that had a phone. So, you know, naturally everybody's burning it up. Luckily, I had some battery packs. We could charge them in our vehicles, and then I had some solar panel type things that I can charge small electronics with. So that was pretty cool. During the daytime, we throw these solar panels out there, plug our phones up to them, it charges it. But anyway, I went to bed Wednesday night. I had to take some sleeping pills because, you know, it's like devastation everywhere. We went for a walk, and I'm not even kidding y'all. Like, my whole neighborhood is just flattened. Trees everywhere. It was just mayhem. Houses completely gone on my road. So I go to bed Wednesday night, and I wake up Thursday morning, and my phone had like all these notifications. And you see 2 names down there. Matt and Kira is my buddies from over in England. These dudes are amazing. Without my knowledge, they had released my PayPal information to a lot of people on Twitter, and like overnight, like a couple hundred on me. And then Mr. Commendation, like one of my favorite YouTubers here on the division. This man is amazing. He has a perfect 5365 commendation score. But he did a charity stream, raised some money. My buddy Daniel. I mean, these guys, without, I mean, I'm the kind of, I don't like to ask for stuff. You'll never see donation stuff on my channel unless it's for something else other than myself. But man, these guys come together, and it was just amazing and a blessing, because every penny that I had to spend from the time the storm ended and for about, I'd say, a week and a half on just supplies, wood, tarps. You got to start tarping your roof up. Every single penny that I had put out was put into my PayPal account, and I just thought that was amazing. That when it was all said and done, that I still had the same amount of money that I'd started with, and this was a week and a half later because I have no work. I am back at work right now, but it's not full time. We're rebuilding our restaurant. We're not going to be open for another 2 weeks. November 15th actually is when we're opening. So yeah, you know, just living off savings right now, and waiting on the slow insurance companies and all that. Luckily I had insurance, but I do have a lot of friends that didn't have any kind of insurance and lost everything. And like I said, I have 2 friends of mine who unfortunately lost their lives also. So all right, so we are getting closer to the reset now. We got about 15 minutes left. You got 15 more minutes to swing by Dante's Run, pick up this stamina damage to elites mod. Pick it up, get a bunch of them. They're awesome. I run a lot of these. You know, with the game now is getting to the point where the PvP aspect is not where it was. There's some days in the dark zone where I see a lot of people and I get in there and have fun. But for the most part, I'm doing a lot of the legendary stuff solo, incursions by myself. And as you can see right here, I use these mods for those. I have, I think, 3. Yeah, I got 3 builds that are PvE on this character, and then 3 PvP builds. That way, you know, I can have a little fun. And then I have other characters that have all the builds on them. But this is my main one. This character's got like 158 days game time, where all the other ones have like less than 9 days each or something like that. Which I know is still a ridiculous amount, but hey, when you love something, you put everything into it. We got another shield getting ready to get started here soon. 5 more days. This is one that's going to be tied to the legendary missions. I don't know if it's retroactive or how many you got to do. You know, maybe you got to do all the legendaries again to get it. If that's fine, if that's the case, I'm fine. If you don't have anybody to do it with, you're on PS4, let me know. I'll run them with you. If not, check out some of my build videos. I have builds set up to easily do all the legendaries solo. This last one right here, wave 15 in resistance. I thought you were going to have to get wave 15 in each of the resistances. I'd missed it when it came out. I had no power or anything. Funny story, I went like 11 days without division. I was literally withdrawing. And so one night I was like, piss on this. I can't take it no more. I had 2 generators here at my house. I hooked my TV up to one, my PS4 up to the other, plugged my phone in, and had my mobile hotspot. And for 45 minutes, I got to play The Division. I had neighbors walking up to me. It was pitch black outside, and they're like, really? You got 2 generators here, and instead of running your lights or some fans or something, you got your TV and your game on? I was like, man, keep walking. You don't know what you're talking about. And then like 3 days later, my power ended up coming on, so that was cool. But yeah, so this one right here, you only got to reach wave 15 in one of the resistances. So I don't know if this is going to be all the legendary missions or not. But like I said, they're not hard to do. They're actually very easy. I created a build. It's one build that like you won't find it from anybody else. That's my build, which is like awesome. But it is a Nomad. It's called Electric Nomad. I've always tried to been like off meta, try to build things differently, and I love skill builds. And to be honest with you, one great thing about Tactician is you get all this skill power and all that. The downside is if you're running like Seekers and Sticky Bomb, the only healing you have is med kits. But with this Nomad build, I have my 5-piece, so I get 1 life, I get an overheal, then I have my recovery link, but I have a ridiculous amount of health on kill, like 30% health on kill. So every time I kill somebody, I get 30% of my health back. And on top of that, I get a massive amount of skill power for my Seekers and my Sticky Bomb. I run an inventive backpack, so as you can see, 9700 electronics. It is just, it's so much fun. And it's the build that I use to pretty much run all the legendaries solo. The only legendary that I have not been able to full is Napalm. For some reason, those agents at the end give me hell. I did it all of a sudden, like my screen froze up for a minute and then I was dead. So I got it all recorded. I might put it out on video, but I don't know. I don't like putting it out like that. Alright, we got 10 minutes left. So, Dante's Run, get over here and get it right now. 202 stamina, 4% damage to elites. We've got a few minutes left to pick it up. Get a bunch of them. We've been looking for the 4% ones for a very long time now, and they just don't come around. I think the last time one come around, it was like an electronics one. It was like 190 electronics, 193 or something, with 4% damage to elite. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the terminal, because as always, I'm going to start with the blueprints vendors. Then I'm going to hit the everything inside the base of operations, go to Camp Clinton, hit those, take care of the safe houses, and then I'm going to end it out in the DZ checkpoints. That's what we're going to do. Depending on how my connection is later on, I might try to run some stuff a little bit later. But weekends have been kind of shitty with the mobile hotspot. It's just been real laggy and all that. So, all right. All right, I'm gonna grab me a drink real quick, and I'll be right back, y'all. Alright. How much time we got left? We have got 8 more minutes. So let's do a reset. Hope everyone's doing alright though. Definitely missed not being able to get on here as much as I was. Things will start to change every day. Like I said, things get better. Once I do get cable and all that back, I'll be able to start streaming again, like on a daily basis. But they're saying that could be up to a month or so. All right, sorry about that. How's that turn on? Okay, I was getting feedback. There we go. Evan, what's up, bud? I ain't heard from you in a minute. Brad, you alright? KD? What's up, y'all? How's life been treating y'all? I know Evan's got to be getting ready for Fallout coming out. I don't even know when that comes out. I had somebody ask me the other day if I was going to get Blackout Call of Duty. I don't know. I'm really not good at first-person shooter games. I suck at them. I'm not even good at this game, so why would I go get into that one? Nah, but like it does look fun. I do like the Battle Royale thing. Right now, it would be pointless for me running on mobile hotspot. And then I've heard that the game's actually having a lot of problems, like desync, lag, just a lot of weird shit. Plus, like I said, I suck at all them Call of Duty games. So what else is out? What else is out? I don't know. I'm just ready for the Division 2. I'm ready for it. I got the Phoenix. Yeah, Chris, it's going to be Xfinity Comcast in my area. So it's probably going to be a month or two before I get my service back. So, I mean, this thing come through and like really tore stuff up, man. And it's still like I don't think like a lot of people, even here in Panama City, really realize just how devastating this thing is and continuing to be. Like there's some apartments in town that are like really, or they're out on the beach. But anyway, they're really nice. Seem to be wrong with them. Like absolutely nothing seemed to be wrong with them. Well, they just found out that structurally they're not sound. That they moved that much. Like I think 12 inches were moved off of their foundation, and so they're going to have to be completely tore down and rebuild, which puts like I think it was like 130 something people without a home right now. And then there's a lot of buildings like that in town. And so yeah, it's this storm did a lot of damage. Yeah, at least I can talk. Yeah, you want to hear the funny story? You know, I wasn't able to get my mic to work last week. So it wasn't the mobile hotspot. Come to find out, it was the 35mm cable that I had was real shitty. Hey, I got a classified. It's the first time I got a classified out of a supply drop. It was the very first time. But yeah, because I got these Turtle Beach Stealth 700s. Where these things are badass, man. I like them, but I just use a wire because for some reason when I do them Bluetooth, they just got an echo to them. So I just plug a wire into them. But anyway, so the wire that I had got damaged during the hurricane. So it was as simple as me just getting another 35mm wire to put on it, and hey, it works. Cat, get off that. So that was nice. Yes, I can talk to everybody. And I can actually play. I can do like co-op. Like right now, it's Friday night, so it's saying poor connection to host server. Fridays and Saturdays are a little, little shitty. Network, I guess, gets overloaded. But I'm not in combat. Yes, I am. Gets a little overloaded, but for the most part, I haven't had any problems. I haven't done like survival yet. I did Last Stand. What day? Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I played some Last Stand, and I had no problem. Well, say I had no problems. There was a couple times where I died with I thought was being one-shotted, but turns out I was just lagging a little bit, so. But I'm ready to get back to, I keep saying I'm ready to get back to normal, but I have a feeling normal is gonna be something that's years from now, the new norm. It's like crazy, man. Like the landscape here is 100% changed. Yeah, we got like 2 minutes. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to start with the blueprints vendor. And like last week, as you can see, 229, so I guess I got all the 256 ones. But knock these ones out, then I'll jump over here to the special equipment vendor, go inside the base, hit those, go over to Camp Clinton, and then I'm going to start doing the safe houses, knock all them out, and then I'll start doing some DZ checkpoints there at the end. I know the player base has really dropped off big time. I know the last day I got on, I remember looking at how many friends I had online on this, and there was like 20. And lately when I get on, I'm noticing it's like 3 or 4. Which is understandable. There's so many other games that just came out, big games and all that, and we're still a few months away from the Division 2. But anybody that knows me knows that I am a Division junkie. Even after the Division 2 comes out, I'll probably still be playing this all the time. I pre-ordered the Phoenix, that's what I was saying a little while ago. I pre-ordered the Phoenix Shield Edition or whatever for PS4, and the Dark Zone Edition for Xbox One. I did this a while back. Well, my Xbox One got destroyed during the hurricane, so I'm going to have to get another Xbox. Yeah, that was when my ceiling collapsed in. I didn't take that with me. I did take the PS4 with me, though. I unplugged that when I went to my neighbor's house. Unplugged that, got a bunch of other stuff, and took it over there. Things that were like, alright, if I lose everything, I need some stuff to start off with, and didn't care about the TVs or nothing. I just got the PS4, the controllers, the headset, and then some important stuff. Alright, enough of that. It is time. Let's get this thing started. Alright, so this week on the blueprints, we got a snub-nosed rhino blueprint and the military P416 blueprint. It's a 229. So really, the snub-nosed rhino is the only 256. I like to look at the 229 204s. That way, if I'm crafting electronics build, I can reach some of the requirements. I'd like to find a 204 pistol, but I guess I'm not going to find it. Nope. Alright. So nothing worth a damn there. If there's anybody that sees anything on there worth a damn, like lightweight M4, Navy MP5, something like that, blueprints that are 256, I'd appreciate it if you put it in the chat. Alright, so this week we got the Cassidy. It is a shotgun with 322.5 stagger with determined, sustained, and boomstick. The Historian's got a low 150 headshot damage with toxic, vicious, and history repeats. What up, Katie? The Centurion pistol has expert and predatory. The Pecan, a light machine gun, has 20% damage to targets out of cover with skilled, competent, and Pecan. And last, we got the Liberator. It is 20% enemy armor damage with skilled, sustained, and vicious. We got the Officer's M9A1 pistol with expert and predatory. Thank you, Renegade. Renegade, thank you. Thank you very much, brother. I do appreciate what you did. That absolutely meant the world to me. And I've wanted to reach out to you. I just haven't had the opportunity. So thank you so much, man. This man went above and beyond. Thank you. All right, where was it? All right, we got an Elvoa this week with 22% enemy armor damage with the talents of Vicious, Destructive, and Intense. We got the SASG 12 shotgun. These aren't really good for Striker anymore. Plus, I never really like this one because it does not have the underbarrel slot. Alright, we got the SOCOM M1A marksman rifle with 157 headshot damage, it looks like, or 151. It's got the talents of predatory, disciplined, and competent. And lastly, the military L86 LSW light machine gun with 21% damage to targets out of cover. It's got the talents of skilled, prepared, and competent. Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Mr. Commendation, man, that dude is amazing. He is definitely went above and beyond as well. And that charity stream that he did just was crazy. I ended up walking like a mile and a half down the road to be able to watch it. And yeah, I appreciate you, man. I really do appreciate you. Definitely have to run. If you're on PS4 or something, let me know. We're gonna have to run or something. Anything, man. Anything. But I do appreciate you, man. All right, we got the refreshed mask here. It's got 927 armor. It's rolled stamina at 1235. Major attribute is 9,140 skill power, and the minor is 14% increased kill XP. Xbox. I don't know if you heard a minute ago, but mine, my Xbox got ruined during the hurricane. It didn't actually happen during the hurricane. It happened like a day and a half later when my ceiling ended up completely collapsing in, and pretty much lost everything that was in my gaming room, except the PS4 because I took that with me. But I'm going to get another one since I got the Dark Zone edition coming on Xbox One. But I appreciate you, man. I really do. All right. Rapid chest piece here. 1744 armor. 1269 electronics roll. Major attributes are 4% all resist. 16,000 health. And 56% ammo capacity. Y'all will have to... Excuse me. It's hard for me to see this screen that I have now. My TV was ruined during the hurricane, and so I'm having to use a different one now. And it's a plasma, and so I'm getting reflections off it, and it just doesn't, it's not as clear as the one that I was using. But anyway, all right, we got a specialized backpack here, 1307 armor with an 1189 firearms roll. Major attributes 8% critical hit damage, and the minor is 15% bleed resist. Pair of accomplished knee pads, 1641 armor with the 1252 stamina roll. Major attribute is 8% exotic damage resilience, and the minor is disrupt, shocked, and some damage to elites. I'm not even going to attempt to read those orange numbers. And we got a steadfast holster here, 856 armor. It's got low rolls on it other than the stamina. You can always optimize that though, and the major attribute is reload speed. Oh, we got a pair of cunning gloves here, 881, really low on the armor with a 1253 electronics roll. It's got the major attribute 12% marksman rifle damage, 4% health on kill, and 9% skill haste. Here we got a 259 firearms mod with a little over 3,000 skill power, and a 3.5 Seeker Mine damage mod. Got the extended mag, 116.5 magazine size, 4.5 reload speed, and 5.2 rate of fire. Got the Osprey suppressor here. It's got 15% accuracy, 2.5 stability, 4% critical hit damage with 45% reduced threat. Small laser pointer for your pistols, 15% accuracy, 15.5 accuracy, 5% optimal range, and 2.5 stability. And lastly, we got the CQBSS scope, 8x zoom, with 12.5 stability, 5.5 headshot damage, and 4% critical hit damage. If you got some Phoenix credits to blow and you're missing a piece of that classified gear, you could spend this 2,500 Phoenix credits on it and have a 1 in 84 chance of getting that one piece you need. I'm going to let you on a little hint, a secret, whatever. You're not going to get that one piece you need because the game knows what piece you need and it's not going to give it to you. Katie, yeah, if I'm able to, like during the week I've had no problem doing co-op play. On weekends when I'm getting this poor connection to host server down here, it gets real laggy sometimes when I join people or when they join me. Sometimes they're like going to DZ. I am running off my cell phone mobile hotspot right now. So, but yeah, we'll try. I'm not going to be out late. I got to work tomorrow. We are rebuilding our restaurant, so we're working 7 days a week on it. All right, got a X45 pistol here with expert and sustain. I am in the advanced weapons vendor inside base of operations. Got the Police UMP-45 submachine gun with 22% critical hit chance with the talents of dominant, destructive, and ambusher. We got the classic AK-47 assault rifle with 20% enemy armor damage with the talents of dominant, accurate, and capable. How about after you're done? Yeah, that's what I was saying. When I get done with this, if it's still good, we'll run for a little bit. Got the M870 Express, a shotgun with 334 stagger with the talents of capable, trained, and talented. The Hunting M44 marksman rifle. It's got a low 145 headshot damage. You can always optimize if you like this one. It's got commanding, meticulous, and disciplined. And lastly, we got the Black Market M60 E6 light machine gun with 20% damage targets out of cover with the talents of fierce, sustained, and talented. You got a high velocity mag with 7.5 crit chance, 11% magazine size, and a 5.2 rate of fire. If you like LMGs and you want to use them, you don't need to put an extended mag on one of them bad boys and get 200 rounds in it. Get you a high velocity mag or something where you get a little magazine size, a good rate of fire, and some crit chance. Throw that on there. Trust me, 100, 110 rounds is more than enough. Alright, we got the Osprey 45 suppressor. It's got 16.5 accuracy, 2.5 stability, 6% headshot damage, and it comes with a minor attribute of 43% reduced threat. Got the small grip with 18% critical hit damage, 2.5 stability, and 4.5 optimal range. And lastly, we got the holographic sight with 23.5 optimal range, 2.5 stability, and 4% critical hit damage. Alright. See if there's anything at the DZ vendor and the base. Alright, here's another MP5 ST submachine gun. This one looks like it's about 21.5 critical hit chance with brutal, ferocious, and destructive. So not too bad for your PvE builds, even though ferocious is kind of high to have to unlock. Alright, we've got a rapid chest piece, 1979 armor with the 1204 firearms roll. Major attributes 5% health on kill, 4% all resist, and 25% kill XP. Here we got a stamina health mod, 252 stamina with 2970 it looks like health. Can't really read that. Another high velocity here with a 6.5 crit chance, 4% critical hit damage, and a 5% reload speed. If you're looking for some dark zone keys, you can always purchase these consumable caches. You'll get one of each consumable, and you have a chance of getting between 0 to 3 dark zone keys. If you were ever around for the Rogue 29 Club things that went on, I started doing level 29 like a year ago, to be honest with you. So much fun. But you can go purchase those same caches in the dark zone there. It's only 1,009 DZ funds as opposed to 25,000. So if you don't have a lot of funds and you're not a big DZ person, but you want to go open all them crates to get on the leaderboards or get some classifieds, you can always jump onto a level 29 character, buy 24 of them for the price that you would pay one on this, and you share everything, get you a couple hundred really quick and easy. Alright, the weapons vendor inside the base of operation. We've got the Rhino Special Pistol with Expert and Predatory. And then we got an Omega Rifle Suppressor with 16.5 headshot damage, 4.5 optimal range, and 4% critical hit damage. The gear vendor this week has an Enduring Mask, 909 armor with an 1139 electronics roll. Major attribute is 9.5 exotic damage resilience, and the minor is 15% blind def resist. And then we've got a Superior 212 electronics mod with 10% ammo capacity and a 2% pulse critical hit damage mod. These are really good. I actually run these with my PvP builds, so I'm going to put this on the list since there's nothing on it so far. Alright, gear vendor. Crits damage. Alright, let's jump up to Camp Clinton and see what we got up there. Look at this. Damn JTF. I hate when you're in your menu and they push you out of it. Alright. Blueprints vendor here. We got an M870 Express blueprint. This gear core 256 and some electronic knee pads. We've got the Black Market RPK with a 229. And, oh, Officer's M1. You know what? There's not a pistol down here. I'm going to pick that up. Where's it at? Where's that? Yep. I'm going to pick that one up, 204 pistol blueprint, because currently I have 145 gear store with my cool-headed and predatory, but I'd like to get a 204 one. That way I'm running all gold, and I still want to have determined and predatory. Alright, let's get it started here with special equipment vendor inside Camp Clinton. We're going to start it off with the Historian with 163 headshot damage with the talents of cool-headed, unforgiving, and history repeats. The Centurion has Expert and Skilled, and the Cassidy has 308.5 Stagger with Capable, Deadly, and Boomstick. The Liberator is 18% enemy armor damage with Accurate, Unforgiving, and Responsive. And the Pecan has 19% damage targets out of cover with Skilled, Competent, and Pecan. Got the 93R pistol with Expert and Swift. The Police UMP-45 submachine gun with 20% critical hit chance with the talents of Brutal, Competent, and Ambusher. Got the Tactical SA-58 is a 3-round burst assault rifle, 22% enemy armor damage with the talents for Capable, Dominant, and Adept. Got a Black Market SASG-12S shotgun with 298.5 stagger with the talents of Capable, Adept, and Meticulous. Got the M700 Tactical Marksman Rifle with 162 headshot damage with the talents of Intense, Skilled, and Elevated. And lastly, another military M60E4 light machine gun with 22% damage targets out of cover with Determined, Capable, and Swift. Here we got the Refreshed Mask. This is actually my favorite high-end mask. Refreshed 919 armor with an 1124 firearms roll. Major attribute is 10,012 skill power, and the minor is 14% increased kill XP. Then we got a Forceful chest piece with 1936 armor. It's rolled firearms at 1238. Major attributes are 14,556 health and 4% health on kill, with the minor being 28% increased kill XP. Got a Technical backpack with 1298 armor. It's got 1183 firearms roll. Major attributes 8% critical hit damage, with the minor being 17% burn resist. Prosperous knee pads, 1423 armor with the 1269 firearms roll. It's got 8% critical hit damage as your major attribute, 12% damage to elites, 32% disrupt, and 28% bleed resistance as your minors. Another Steadfast holster here with 948 armor. It's got low rolls across the board. Major attribute is health. You can always optimize. Got a pair of Acid 2 gloves here, 871 armor with an 1153 stamina roll. Major attributes are 10% pistol damage, 4% health on kill, and 9% skill haste. Here we've got a 263 electronics mod with a worthless 2% all resistance, and then a 3.5% turret damage mod. Another heavy spring magazine with 5% reload speed, 2.5 critical hit chance with a 9.6 rate of fire. Got the flash hider with 15% accuracy, 4.5 optimal range, and 2.5 critical hit chance. Got the hand stop FDE, 28% reload speed with 4.5 optimal range and 2.5 stability. And lastly, we got the ACOG 4x zoom scope with 16.5 accuracy, 4.5 optimal range, and 6% headshot damage. And if you weren't here a few minutes ago and heard me say it, if you got some Phoenix credits to blow and you're looking for that last classified piece to just get that last, that sixth one that you've been looking for, that Nomad gloves or Alpha Bridge knee pads or something, well, you could spend all your Phoenix credits right here, buy these, and guarantee yourself not to get it. Alright, so that is it in Camp Clinton. I'm going to jump up here to Autumn's Hope, and we're going to hit the safe houses going around, see if maybe we can get lucky with another Damage to Elite mod. If you're just joining us and you didn't know, last week Dante's Run had a 202 stamina mod with 4% damage to elites. I'm hoping this week maybe we'll get some firearms ones. We've had the electronics 4%, we've had the stamina 4%, now we need a firearms 4% damage to elite. So, you know, cross your fingers. If there's anything you're looking for and you're going to have to step away from the stream for a few, if you let me know, I'm going to come across it, I'll write it down for you. If you get back on before I get done streaming, I'll let you know where it's at. If not, I will leave it in the comments section after the video. You can always come back later and just check the comments, and I'll have that item and where it's found at. Alright, Autumn's Hope this week, we got ourselves a pair of Prosperous knee pads, 1545 armor with an 1116 stamina roll. Major attributes 12,081 skill power, with the minor being 16% damage to elites, 33 blind, deaf, and 27% shock resist. And then we've got a Superior Electronics 209 mod with 5% increased kill XP, and a 3% smart cover damage resilience mod. So, nothing so far. Alright, let's jump over here. Wolves Den. And if you're also just joining, this is my first vendor reset since October 5th. I started doing the vendor resets, I don't know, about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And the entire time I had only missed one vendor reset up to that point. And it was because I had to work that one night. But this is now the longest, almost a month that I went, 4 weeks since my last one. But that was due to Hurricane Michael coming down here and completely wrecking my home and my town and pretty much just everything in this area. But I'm glad to be back up and running, and I got some more special thanks and shout outs to get to here in a little bit. But first, we're going to jump back into this, and we got ourselves the Tactical Vector 45 ACP. This is the small variant that only comes with the 20 round mag, 22% critical hit chance with accurate, dominant, and ferocious. Then we got a reflex sight tan, 4.5 optimal range, 3% critical hit chance, and 2% accuracy. Alright, let's jump down to Dante's Run and see if we can have another good luck like we did last week. Get ourselves another 4% damage to elite mod. Alright, we got a recovered holster with 915 armor. It's got a 12 and 19 firearms, 12, 18 stamina, and then a low 1144 electronics roll. Major attribute is 8193 health, so if you like this holster and you want it, you can pick it up and always recalibrate your electronics for something higher. Did not mean to exit out of there. Alright, and we got a superior 183 firearms mod with 3% bleed resist and a 4.5 ballistic shield damage resilience mod. I know some people that like the ballistic shield damage resilient mods. Personally, myself, I like the ballistic shield damage mods because that actually adds damage to your weapon. But anyway, so I'm going to get back on track again here. My two buddies from England, Matt and Kier, these two guys are amazing. We usually run every Saturday together, but the hurricane hit on Wednesday, completely devastated my town. I woke up Thursday morning, and these guys had donated some money to my PayPal account. They just wanted to help because they knew that there was going to be some tough times down here. I really appreciate them. Same thing with my buddy Daniel. He goes by Socratic on Twitter. This is, without me asking. I don't do that, but they just willingly helped. My good buddy Mr. Commendation ran a charity stream about 2 weeks ago for me, and I appreciate it. And in fact, one of the guys that's in the chat right now, Renegade, it's somebody I've never met, but like you said, he's from here in Florida. This man donated $100. Doesn't even know me or whatever. He just donated $100, and all that has really helped because my house did get destroyed. I have a living room and a kitchen that I'm living in right now, and my rooms I'm actually in the process of rebuilding them. The roof partially was ripped off and the ceilings all collapsed. Got a lot of water damage. Carport got blown off. My truck, I have a Toyota FJ Cruiser, front window, driver door got smashed in when my carport ripped off. I had a block column that went over and hit it. Just complete and total devastation. I had two of my friends lose their lives during the hurricane too. So everybody that's been here to check on me and everything, I appreciate y'all, and just everybody in general, man. Life is very precious, and it's really scary to think that the weather could come in and just do what it did. I would have left town, I'm not gonna lie, I like to ride them out. I love hurricanes, and I still to this day love them. But I've never in my life seen one that goes from a Category 1 hurricane to almost a Category 5 in a 30-hour period. So it was just a monster. We had been overdue for one here, and it got us. And Kat, if you knock my phone off again, I'm just gonna have to end your little life. All right, so back to this. But thank y'all, everybody. I really do appreciate it. You don't know what it means to me. Just every day getting up and just seeing messages from people checking on me and stuff like that. That means the world, man. Especially when you get cut off. I'm not gonna have cable or internet for another couple months, so I'm using the mobile hotspot. Just knowing that people that I've met on this game reaches out and wants to know how I'm doing and is trying to look out, man. That goes a long way, long way. Been a couple weeks since the hurricane, and it's still pitch black on all the major roads. We still have curfews, looting. It's nuck and futz, man. National Guard's still down here. It is a complete disaster zone. And if you want to know how bad it is, just go on YouTube and type in Hurricane Michael. I live in Panama City, which is right there where it hit. The eye hit us. Mexico Beach is actually part of Bay County where I live in, and that is a town that I have a lot of friends in that is no longer there. It is completely wiped off the map. So, all right, so here we are. I am at the Cavern Safe House, and we got a pair of accomplished knee pads, 1663 armor, which is damn near maxed out on armor. It does have a low 1116 firearms roll. Major attributes 3% all resist. Minor attributes are 29 shock, 28 bleed, and 30% disrupt resist. Then we got a superior 190 stamina mod with 4% bleed resist and a 6% first aid ally heal for all you healers. Jump back over here and hit, I think, Kermit Station. Yeah, Kermit Station. All right. Alright, here we are at Kermit Station. We've got a hunting M44 marksman rifle with a low 140, looks like 9 headshot damage, with talents of adept, intense, and talented. And then a compensator with 13.5 stability, 4.5 optimal range, and 6% headshot damage. Alright, let's go down to Camp Hudson. See what's going on down there. Really, cat? Alright. Weapons vendor, we have got ourselves a black market RPK 74. It is a light machine gun with 21% damage to targets out of cover with the talents of vicious, deadly, and skilled. And then we got an SR7 suppressor with 19% critical hit damage, 2.5 stability, and 5% optimal range. I know a lot of people like to use the loud vent brake with their assault rifles. I use it with the SMG because you want that critical hit damage, but all my assault rifles, I either use the large suppressor or this one, the SR7 suppressor. You can get the exact same rolls on this as you can the loud vent brake. The reason why I use this one, though, is because I don't want to aggro any NPC that's around me, especially if I am using the AR in PvP, in the dark zone. I don't want to be shooting another player, and my loud vent brake is drawing the, the axe guys to me while I'm trying to kill this dude. So I use the SR7 suppressor with the assault rifle, let them draw all the aggro to them. So, yeah, that one is not the best. It is max out 90% critical hit damage, but you want that crit chance and headshot damage with it. Alright, we got a pair of Prosperous knee pads here, 1622 armor with an 1162 electronics roll. Your major attribute is 9% critical hit damage, and the minors are 15 damage to elites, 32% burn resist, and 33% disorient resistance. And then we've got a Superior 204 electronics mod with 3% disrupt resist and a 7.5 support station duration mod. So nothing. Now we'll go check the meat locker and see where they at. Gonna get back to editing some videos. Right before the hurricane hit, in fact the night before it hit, I didn't even play that night. I ended up finishing up my General Assembly Legendary solo run. Spent the night basically finishing editing it and all that, and getting it uploaded. But I have I got Grand Central Station done. Yeah, I think that's the last one. Grand Central Station, I got it. I already beat it. I just got to edit it up and whatever, load that up. And then I got to try to hit Napalm again because it's the very end just keeps freaking tripping me up, the 4 agents. But anyway, the build that I'm using now is a build. It's like my favorite build. I created it a long time ago. It's a 5-piece Nomad, classified Nomad, all-world electronics with an inventive backpack. And uses Seekers, 74,000 each basically. Stick Bomb 1.1. And then the talents are what really set it off with the demolition and chain reaction. But what makes it real strong is I get the overheal, the 1 extra life, talented, competent, ferocious. But right here I got 58% damage to elites and 25% health on kills. So it melts everything in its path, and it really does. Alright, so here we are at the meat locker. We've got the enhanced AUG A3P submachine gun with 21% critical hit chance with talents of dominant, fierce, and capable. And we got a compensator with 13% stability, 4% critical hit damage, and 3% critical hit chance. Let's go to Madison Stand. But I like putting builds together that's kind of off meta. And from day one, when I first started playing this game and got level 30 and started getting into the gear sets, of course back then I think Alpha Bridge was my favorite, just like everybody else, because back then you get all the talents on both weapons, so you could have 6 talents on one weapon. But that was for PvP. I liked Striker, Sentry back then, and then Nomad. From the day that I first started playing Nomad, I always kind of played around with it, trying to build it like a skill type build. And it really started coming into over the past, I'd say, year, and it's just progressed and getting stronger and stronger. Alright, here we are at Madison Sam. We got a rapid chest piece with 1976 armor. It's rolled firearms at 1173. Major attributes are 16,381 health, 4% health on kill, and 48% ammo capacity. Thank you so much, Bauer. I appreciate you, brother. Here we go, a superior 205 stamina mod, 3% damage to elite, so nothing all that great, and a 3.5 turret damage. Night's going good, my man. It's my first stream back since the hurricane 4 weeks ago, so good. It's awesome, man. I'm so glad to be back. That's the stand. I'm gonna write this down just in case somebody didn't get last week's 4% ones. 3% DT. So yeah, man, I'm just happy to be back on, man. I really am. I've missed the game and I've missed the community. The like 12 days or 11 days that I went without playing, from the day of the hurricane all the way to, you know, like a week or so ago, week and a half back. I went like 11 days without being able to play the division, and it was the longest I've gone since the day I started playing the game without playing it. I'm not even kidding y'all. I was withdrawing. I have a couple generators. I hooked my TV up to one generator, my PS4 up to another, and then plugged my phone into one. Had my mobile hotspot, and I had no power on my road, and yet I was playing division, and it was awesome. I only got to play for about 45 minutes, but it was great. And then like 3 days later, power came back on. But Comcast got so destroyed down here that they're saying it's still gonna be another month or two out before I get cable or internet back. So that's why I'm doing the mobile hotspot for now, and I'm gonna look into maybe doing something else, maybe like satellite or something, direct TV, just doing internet for a little while, get back up to full speed. All right, here we are at Last Call Safe House, and we got ourselves a M870 Express shotgun with 342 stagger, with talents of Swiss, Sustained, and Unforgiving. And we got the Angle Grip Red with 13% stability, 4.5 optimal range, and 4% critical hit damage. Let's go check out the Ward Safe House. Thank you, Bauer, man. I appreciate you swinging in, my man. I miss you and Lumbacks and all them. What's up, Cubics? Yeah, man. I thought you had died again or something. Yeah, man, I'm back. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I am using mobile hotspot, so I'm not going to be streaming as much as I used to. I'm definitely going to be doing my vendor resets, and then I'm going to try to get one throughout the week. Like, a few days ago, I was just so antsy, man, and I jumped on and I did Warren Gate on Legendary Solo. It's funny. I should have warmed up. Like, I literally just turned the PS4 on, started streaming, and so I, like, died right off the bat there. You know how it is, man. You got to play for a couple minutes, get everything going. But then I just had to restart it real quick and went right through it. But yeah, man, it feels good to be back with everybody. All right, Ward Safe House. We got ourselves an inventive backpack, 1212 armor with the 1237 electronics roll. Major attribute is 15.5 stability, and your minor is 54% ammo capacity. Pick this up if you like that electric nomad build that I was just showing you, because this is the backpack I use. All you got to do is put skill power where stability is, optimize it, and you have a really, really good inventive backpack. So let me put that down, inventive. No backpack. Roll. Skill power. Alright. And they've got a superior 197 electronics mod with 4% disorient resist and a worthless ass all resist. Man, they gotta change that. They fix all these bugs, they change the meta in this game or whatever, but they keep the stupid ass 2% and 4% all resistance in the game, man. That's got to go. All resistance wouldn't be bad if you could roll, if it had rolls of like 15%. Make 15% the max you can get on it, that way you can roll it on a bunch of stuff and get yourself up to like 40% all resist on something, you know? Or 40% resistance on everything. It's crazy, man. You can get a ton of shock or a ton of burn if you want to stack into it, so why don't you just even it out and make it where you could, like, you can either go like all burn, all shock, whatever, or if you want to all resist, the max you're going to get is going to be like 50%. That would be awesome. I'd go for it. Now I'm ranting. Alright, here we are at, damn, I know this one, Southpaw. And we've got ourselves a sturdy holster with 933 armor. It's got a low electronics roll. You can always optimize that. Major attribute is 6% skill haste. We've got ourselves a superior 186 stamina mod with 10% ammo capacity and a 230. Fucking worthless, man. 230. I'm not even gonna talk that. Alright, let's hit the grind house. Oh, you were gone. We're good. Yeah, I don't know about the one before last. Now, last week's I got on because, remember I got on and tried to go live. I'm sitting there talking. Hey, look, we got the stamina mod. And then y'all are like, I can't hear you. I was like, oh my god, I just did all this talking and nobody heard me. And I thought it had to do with the mobile hotspot, but it turned out that, like, I got these really good headsets, but I don't like using Bluetooth, so I plug the wire in. Well, during the hurricane, the wire got screwed up during, like, moving and packing stuff, so I just had to get a new wire for it, and it's working now. But yeah, last week's, I didn't even look at everything. I just literally logged in, and I was in Dante's run, and it had that 4% damage to elite mods, and so I just, that was like, that's the only one that matters right now. Alright. Grindhouse, and we got ourselves the ACR assault rifle with 22% enemy armor damage with the talents of focused, responsive, and swift. Then we got another vertical grip here, Wolf Gray. I like these with PvE content. 46% optimal range, 5% reload speed, and 2% accuracy. Alright, hitting the firewall. If anybody's going to be on Sunday, I'm actually going to be getting off work really early. I think I'm only going in for about 2 or 3 hours Sunday morning. But after that, I'm going to be spending most of Sunday playing Last Stand. My buddies in England are just kind of getting into Last Stand. And so they want to play it all the time. I told them, I was like, yeah, we'll do it. It might take forever to find the game. And I was wrong. I was amazed. There's still a lot of people playing Last Stand and Skirmish. So Sunday I'm going to be doing Last Stand and Skirmish all day. So if y'all are on, let me know and we'll all link up, try to get in the same lobby, and go have some fun. Alright, here we are, and we've got ourselves this firewall. We got a Nimble holster here. Nimble was my favorite high-end holster. It's got low 855 armor. It's got low rolls across the board. Like I said, you can always optimize, and the major attribute is 19% reload speed. Then we've got a Superior 187 electronics mod with 4% shock resist, and then another worthlessly low firearms mod. I'm not even going to talk about it. Let's go hit the crypt and see what shitty weapons we got. Nah, I don't mean that. They're not going to be that bad. Ready for the Division 2, y'all. I really am. As soon as the beta comes out and I get my hands on it, I will be streaming that. I signed up for the private beta, so hopefully I get that, and then I'll get the other beta for pre-ordering. I'll stream that, and then since I did the Phoenix Shield, I guess it shows my package is going to arrive on March 12th, 3 days early. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start streaming from the very beginning. So that very first, really, Katie? No, I got to do the Dark Zone. If you were watching, you know that. You interrupted me. But anyway, I'm going to start streaming from the very, very, very beginning when I create my character and all that. So, yeah, you'll be going through a ride with me right off the rip. Like I said, it'll be a couple days early. All right, here we are at the crypt. We got a double-barrel sawed-off shotgun with capable, sustained, and fierce. And then we've got a reflex sight here with 7% critical hit chance, 2% accuracy, and 5.5 headshot damage. So that is it for these safe houses. I'm going to jump up here to the DZ vendors. I'm going to go through them fairly quick. I'm going to kind of go through it whenever we come across some good items. And when I mean good, I don't mean like, oh, it's just got to be a God-rolled gun or a God. No, I'm just talking about if I get any items that have good rolls on them, I'll take a little more time on those. But if we're just going through a lot of like crappy-ass reflex sights with optimal range and stuff like that, I'm not going to really waste a bunch of time breaking them all down. Alright, we are up here at East 64th Street, and we got a worthless 237 stamina mod with 3,000 skill power and a 4.5 ballistic shield damage resilience mod, so nothing good there. I'm going to jump down to East 61st, see what we got here. Like I said, I am on a different TV right now. It's crazy. The TV that I usually play on is a 42-inch LCD or whatever. This one's like a 60-inch plasma, but it's weird, man. Like, it's hard for me to see the small yellow number or orange numbers. They just don't pop out very well. So sometimes if I don't get them right, that's just because I can't see it. All right, we got an extended mag 113 size with 4.5 reload and 3% crit chance. Got the compensator with 13% stability, 2 accuracy, and 5% optimal range. Got the vertical grip with 42.5 optimal range, 2.5 stability, and 2% accuracy. And lastly, the holographic sight tan. Most times if you see something with tan next to it, you don't want it. It's got optimal range, crit chance, and accuracy. Let's go down here to East 58th and see what kind of high-end gear pieces we have. We got manhunts down below. I'll tell you how bad it sucks playing in the DZ whenever you got lag. come across players that literally one-shot me, you know, and no, they're not cheating or anything. I'm just lagging, so they didn't one-shot me. That's just all I saw, and it sucks. Especially whenever my Nomad procs, my Recovery Link procs, and I die all at the same time. Like, what the hell just happened? Alright, here we are, East 58. We got a Rejuvenated Mask, low 881 armor with an 1178 firearms roll. Major attributes 3% crit chance, and your minor is 16 blind deaf. Got a Reckless chest piece, 1875 armor with a 1203 firearms roll. 9.5 EDR and 9% exotic skill haste are your major attributes, with 50% ammo capacity being the minor. We've got a Resourceful backpack with 1243 armor, rolled electronics at 1238. Major attribute is 12,300 skill power, and the minor is 14 disrupt. Got a pair of Accomplished knee pads with 1432 armor and 1132 stamina roll. 4% enemy armor damage is your major, with the minors being 14 damage to elites, 31 bleed, and 31 blind deaf resist. Recovered holster with 878 armor. It's got 1200s across the board with 7500 health. And last, we've got a pair of Savage gloves, 887 armor with the 1250 electronics roll. 8% skill haste, 7% enemy armor damage, and 10% LMG. Alright, let's see what weapons we got at Park Ave. Alright. We got the First Wave X45 pistol with Expert and Brutal. Got the converted SMG 9A2, 19.5 critical hit chance with Unforgiving, Accurate, and Ferocious. Got the Block Market AK-74 assault rifle with 18% enemy armor damage with Vicious, Commanding, and Swift. Custom M870 MCS. Sorry, I had a little twitch there. With 323 stagger with Sustain, Determine, and Unforgiving. Got the M700 Carbon Marksman Rifle with 158 headshot damage with Harmful, Vicious, and Elevated. And lastly, we got the classic M60 Light Machine Gun with 21% damage targets under cover with Prepared, Commanding, and Talented. Let's go to East 53rd Street. Come on. Come on. Nope. God, I hate this controller lag. There we go. Yeah. What time is it? Ooh. I won't have too long, Katie. Come on. There we go. Alright, we got the, we'll run for a few minutes. Got the classic M1A Marksman Rifle with 155 headshot damage, with the talents of Competent, Intense, and Adept. Got a pair of Accomplished knee pads, 1544 armor with the 1245 electronics roll. It's got 16,500 health as your major, 13% damage to elites, 55% increased skill XP, and 30% bleed resist as your minors. Here we got a, I'm not even going to say that's worthless, Flash Hider with 16.5 accuracy, 3% critical hit chance, and 2.5 stability. Alright, let's check out East 46. What you feel like doing though, Katie? What you want to run? Do like a legendary real quick, just me and you, or we can try DZ, but I'll keep getting this like poor connection. So we can, if you want to do DZ for a few, I don't mind trying it out. Alright, got the double barrel shotgun here with 350 stagger with the talents of Deadly, Talented, and Self-Preserved. Got a pair of Accomplished knee pads, 1420 armor with an 1179 electronics roll, 7% EDR is your major, and 32 bleed, 33 blind, and 28 disrupt resist as your minors. Here we got a 240, that's worthless too. Got a vertical grip OD green with 46% optimal range, 4% critical hit damage, and 2% accuracy. Alright, checkpoint 42nd. DZ or underground or a legendary is okay. Alright, yeah, we'll do like a legendary or a DZ or something. That way I ain't gotta load into the DZ or the underground, all that crap. That thing, like with loading screens, will fucking take forever. Alright, here we are, and we got ourselves the tactical M1911 pistol with Expert and Skilled. Got a specialized backpack, 1192 armor with the 1231 firearms roll, 13,000 health as the major, 17% disrupt as the minor. We got a 7.5 turret health mod and a rugged mini reflex sight with 7% crit chance, 2.5 stability, and 4% optimal range. Come on, cursor. Go back up a little. Come on. This cursor lag is fucking hell. Alright, let's go to East 40th. Alright, got the 93R pistol with expert and proficient. Resourceful backpack, 1325 armor with an 1164 electronics roll, 12,137 skill power as the major, and 56% ammo capacity as the minor. We get a 2% pulse critical hit damage mod, and a tyrant suppressor with 7% crit chance, 2% accuracy, and 2.5 stability. Alright, popping on down to East 34. Earn double rewards for taking down high value targets. Hey, if you're trying to get the sellout combination, that's going to come in handy because you'll get twice the crap to sell. I finally got it the other day. I usually deconstruct everything, but finally went and got this thing taken care of. Money bags, sellout. Now I'm back to deconstructing everything. Alright, but if you want to know how to get this really easily, Mr. Accommodation kind of let us all in a nice little cheese to do. What you can do is you can go to any vendor, or you can go to the Reclaims vendor. If you have the season pass, you go to the rewards vendor and you get all those level 4 items. Or if you don't, you just go to any vendor, buy 25 items. 25 is the max you can do. Buy 25 items and then mark them all and sell them all, and then buy all 25 back and then mark them all, sell them all, and then buy all 20, and you just repeat that process till you get it. But you could do it with the level 4 items that you get for free, and you never have to spend any game credits. So, and you just you redeem them, sell them, redeem them, sell them, redeem them, sell them. That's all you gotta do, and you'll get them. All right, here we are. We got the military L86 LSW light machine gun with 21% damage targets out of cover with dominant, predatory, and adept. Get a robust chest piece, 1766 armor with an 1137 electronics roll. Major attributes are 4% health on kill, 9.5 EDR, and the minor is 53% ammo capacity. Got another shooting one. Got a VX1 12-time scope with 16% headshot damage, 3% critical hit chance, and 4.5 optimal range. All right, let's go check out East 31st. If you weren't able to get the last shield, the resistance wave 15, you don't have to reach wave 15 on all 3 of the resistances. You just got to reach wave 15 on any of them. You don't have to complete wave 15. You got to complete wave 14, just making it to wave 15. Well, let's say you're a solo player and it's too hard to do wave 15 solo, and every time you match make, you always get match made with a bunch of idiots and y'all can never work together. Well, here's a little hint. If you're by yourself, just drop down to World Tier 1 and do it, and you'll get there in like 5 minutes. And that's all you got to do. Alright, we are at East 31st Street, and we got the AUG A3 Para XS submachine gun with 22.5 critical hit chance with Swift, Predatory, and Adept. Got a vigorous chest piece with 1837 armor and 1159 stamina roll. Major attributes are 4% all resist, 5% enemy armor damage, and the minor is 51% ammo capacity. Got a 3.5 ballistic shield damage mod. If you are running the D3 build, I would recommend running these as all your mods. 4% is the max, but until you get 4%, you can run these. These add 3.5% damage to your weapon. It says ballistic shield damage, but it's actually adding extra weapon damage. And lastly, we got the PEQ-15 laser with 15% accuracy, 4.5 optimal range, and 2.5 stability. All right, let's go to 5th Ave. Alright, Cat, you got to get down. I know the PS4's warm and all that, but you can't be just laying on it. I live in Florida. Why are you worried about warm? Alright. Ooh, there we go. We've got Elvoa, 19% enemy armor damage with determined, ferocious, and competent. So, extremely hard to unlock those. Yeah. Alright, we got a reckless chest piece, 1785 armor with an 1171 firearms roll. Major attributes are 4% all resist, 5% health on kill, and the minor is 50% ammo capacity. God, dude, 233. They gotta quit doing it. There's a ton of these 230 mods. They're just crap. And we got extended mag, 111.5 size, 4.5 reload, and a 5.2 rate of fire. Let's go to West 31st. Again, if you're getting ready to get off, I know the game's been out for a while, and so these vendor resets, you know, if you've been playing for a while, you probably got everything you need in the game. But I still do these because I do love the game, I love the community, and there are a lot of new players. The game is very cheap right now. It's a really good deal. Like, players have never played it or whatever, you can pick this game up for $5 or $10, a used copy of it, and just get, I mean, a ton of great content at a cheap price. So that's another one of the reasons why I continue to do these, because we do have new players. I run into them all the time in safe houses, whatnot, and if they send me an invite, if I'm solo by myself, I'm not streaming, I will never decline an invite from a player, especially when I see their commendation scores are lower or whatever. I will always accept it and always willing to reach a hand out and help anybody. So if you know anybody that's just joining the game and maybe you don't feel like running through them all the levels or whatever or whatnot, just send them my way if they're on PS4. And if they're not on PS4, still send them this way, and they could check the stream out and start learning how to do builds. All right, here we are, West 31st. We got the Super 90 shotgun with 335 stagger with talents of brutal, deadly, and meticulous. Got another nimble holster here with 906 armor. It's got a low electronics roll, and it's got 7414 health. Then we got a 2.5 smart cover damage resilience mod and a vertical grip with 44 optimal range, 4.5 reload, and 4% critical hit damage. All right, let's go to West 34th. It's been crazy down here too. Like, allergies have been going batshit crazy, like batshit crazy, and it's not because of the weather. Well, we had some storms come through today and yesterday. Storms come through, and it was great. We had thunderstorms with 50-mile-an-hour winds, ripping tarps up. It was freaking awesome. But no, like the destruction and all that around here, you got to think a lot of these buildings that have been here for a long time, they get tore down, dust and all kinds of stuff all in the air everywhere, and so it's just played hell on me. What up, Joanne? Yes, man, I can't wait to get back on survival. I'm going to try to do survival here soon. I tried to load into it last week, but like I said, I'm using my mobile hotspot right now because Comcast is going to be down 1 to 2 months in my area with the hurricane. And it was just, God, it was awful on lag. I'm talking like ridiculously bad. So, yes, I can't wait to get back into survival. All right, here we are. We got the Hunting M44 with 158 headshot damage with vicious, commanding, and dominant. Yes, it was. I'm going to try. I got a lot of videos from inside the hurricane that I'm going to try to upload to my channel if possible. I can't do it from my phone because every time I try to upload video, it wants me to record the video and then upload it from YouTube, but once I get my computer actually set up and all that, then I'll be able to upload it that way. But yeah, I got some crazy videos from inside of it. The gas line in the house I was in busted, started filling the house up with gas, and we had to actually go outside and hide behind a brick wall for a little while, like the last 20-something minutes. It was terrifying. All right, we got a technical backpack with 1217 armor, 1164 firearms roll with 12,900 health, and the minor is 15% bleed resistance. So I can, but hurricane. Yes. Yeah, I remember playing with you. Yeah, it sucked. We'll definitely get up and run again, for sure. The weekends, my mobile hotspot, it's been like real laggy on Fridays, Saturdays. Sundays haven't been that bad. Friday and Saturday has been really laggy. And so it's just been hard to do anything on those nights. In fact, I went up to Walmart. No, I love the Uncharted series. I beat all of the games, and they had the Lost Legacy was like brand new copy. So I bought that 2 weeks ago, or like, yeah, right when I first got power back, I went and bought it because it was like I didn't know if I was going to be able to play this that much with the mobile hotspot. And so I went and got that, and I've been having kind of fun. On nights when it's real laggy and stuff like that, I just put that game in and just been having fun with it. So, all right, let me tear through these real quick. Got ourselves I love all of them. Got the custom M870 the custom M870 MCS, 334 stagger with capable, self-preserved, and unforgiving. Got a resourceful backpack with 1322 armor and a 1202 firearms roll. Major attributes are 8% critical hit damage, and the minor's 15% disrupt resist. Got a 251 stamina mod with 3% signature ability resource gain. And got a heavy spring magazine with 4% crit damage, 3% critical hit chance, and a 10.8 rate of fire. No, actually, I paused all my downloads, you know, because that's what does the most data on the PlayStation. But Verizon and Sprint in my area completely dropped the ball, and they have like no service. Like their towers got fucked up. They brought these mobile towers in, and they haven't done anything. And I run off T-Mobile, and I had T-Mobile and AT&T. We had service during the hurricane, directly after it. But anyway, so because Verizon and Sprint really dropped the ball down here, T-Mobile and AT&T just started giving free phones and plans and stuff out to everybody that's in this area that get affected by the hurricane, which is really cool. I'm glad they did that, because there were so many people that, you know, went 2 weeks, week and a half without being able to talk to loved ones. You know, just crazy. But they have given so many phones out, and right now they're the only two companies that have any service down here. And we've got, you know, 250,000 people that live here in Panama City, plus tens of thousands of workers down here right now. And so it's just certain nights it's just bad service, you know. It just sucks. But playing the game actually uses very little data. All right, we got the classic M60 light machine gun with 20% damage to targets out of cover, with the talents of commanding, destructive, and swift. Got a pair of Savage gloves here with 932 armor, a damn near perfect 1270 stamina roll, with talents of, or attributes of 12% pistol, 11% shotgun, and 5% critical hit chance. Got a 7% support station range mod and extended mag with 118.5 magazine size, 4% critical hit damage, and 4.9 rate of fire. Really good mag for your Predator builds, or just any builds where you're trying to get a little bit more critical hit damage out of it. Alright. Let's jump up to West 46th Street. It's really nothing good this week. The gear vendor inside the base of operations has a 2% pulse critical hit damage. Madison Stand has a 205 stamina mob with 3% damage to elites. And then the Ward Safe House has a really good inventive backpack, where all you got to do is roll skill power where stability is, and you have a really, really good inventive backpack. All right, here we got the first wave M1A marksman rifle with 167 headshot damage, with the talents of train, discipline, and toxic. Got another pair of Savage gloves here, 994 armor with an 1139 electronics roll. Major attributes are 12% assault rifle, 14 crit damage, and 4% health on kill. A damn freaking beautiful 267 firearms mod with an absolutely worthless 2% all resistance, and a Russian red dot with 16% accuracy, 4% critical hit damage, and 6% headshot damage. Alright, last and probably least, West 53rd Street. But yeah, Jay, during like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or whatever like that, let's definitely get back up and run again. I'm telling you, I was withdrawing, man, not having, I had no power, nothing, couldn't play the game. Now, one thing that was cool, like a couple days after the hurricane, one thing that we did, my house got messed up bad. We, like the day after, jumped in my truck, me and my mom and sister drove out to the beach to go check their two houses, and thankfully they didn't sustain hardly any damage at theirs. They had no power, water, stuff like that, of course, but their houses didn't take any damage. So I ended up going out there and staying with them for a few days, because it was just unsafe to be here at my house, plus looting, shootings, all that. So it's always really bad, you know. The scumbags come out. And so anyway, I have a PlayStation Vita, and I charged it up, and I got all these little portable battery packs I had charged and all this good stuff. And I have a game called Unit 13, and I've never really played it, but it's a third-person tactical shooter. And that game literally got me through nights where I was just like jonesing and bored. During the daytime, we were out in the neighborhoods helping people. I had a ton of food that was going to go bad, so I made tons of sandwiches up and all that, and we just started driving around and handing out to people that needed it. One thing my family's always taught me is always better to give than it is to receive. And so when we were going through this time when, you know, it's like, oh my God, everything that I know is in this house, everything that I own is, you know, is demolished right now. Instead of being depressed, looking at all the damage at my house, I didn't want to start doing cleanup on my house till my insurance adjuster came and seen it. So we hit the neighborhoods and we started going and helping people. I have a big truck, a Toyota FJ Cruiser, and I've got a 16,000 pound winch on the front of it. And I've probably pulled 12 garages out from where people's garages got pushed in, and their cars were trapped in there. They couldn't get them out. It came off track, and we pulled the winch up to it and popped it out, got their vehicles out, got trees off houses. So during the daytime, that's what I did to keep sane, and then during the nighttime, it was jumping on the Vita. And so it was awesome. But I'll tell you, one of the worst things, too, is, first off, you can take electricity for granted. You really do. I mean, it is just, it's hell without it. But when you don't have any clean water, you know, we had plenty of water to drink and stuff, you know, we saved up, had a bunch. But when you have no water, running water, that shit sucks, man. We had tons of baby wipes, disinfectant wipes. For the first couple of days, nobody got a shower. And it sucks, man. I'm not a germaphobe like some people, but I mean, I am a germaphobe in a while, you know what I'm saying? I shower every day. Even if I don't work that day and I just hang around the house, I got to shower. And that just drives me crazy. Yeah, house insurance down here is expensive because of hurricanes, but you know, house insurance, or just insurance in general, it's a gamble. It's pissing your money away until you need it, you know. But yes, I do have homeowners insurance, and so they told me they're going to give me a favorable amount, but that's all they said, and I haven't heard anything since. You know, wheels don't roll very fast, and I can't really blame them. I mean, this is destruction on a huge scale. This is probably going to turn out to be the most destructive hurricane ever to hit the U.S. once it's all said and done, across all states. But it's the strongest one to ever hit the panhandle of Florida where I live. They said it was a very strong Category 5, Category 4, teetering on Category 5. But I think when it's all said and done, they will classify it as a Category 5. I know at my house we were getting sustained winds of 155 to 157, because I do have a wind meter, a digital one, and I had it set up during it where I could look at it. And it was like for 90-something minutes, those wind speeds with gusts up to 212, 220. It was just crazy, man. It was absolutely insane. I've rode a lot of hurricanes, tropical storms out, and I've always said if it gets to be a strong 3, I'm getting out of town. And this one was like a 2 the day before. And then in the course of like 18, 20 hours, it went from a 2 to damn near 5. When I woke up the morning of, I went to bed, it was a 3, and I woke up at 4 o'clock Wednesday morning, and it was almost a 5, and they were like, if you haven't already evacuated, it's too late. Hunker down and do whatever you got to do, you know. And man, my stomach dropped. I was like, oh my God. I called my mom and sister up. I was like, y'all got to get over here, get out of the house that y'all are in. You know, I wanted my family with me. If we're gonna live, we're gonna ride it out, and if we're gonna die, we're gonna do it all together. You know, I didn't want to be away from them, so I got them to come with me. And I'm talking like within the first 20 minutes, trees started flying down. Because the way the storm was, is it was like, it wasn't like most hurricanes where these bands come in and you get like rain, wind, and then it slowly starts to pick up speed and then get stronger, 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 and then bam, you get hit with the eye, and then it gets weaker, 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 and all that. This was like just a little breeze and rain, and it went from like nothing to straight just mayhem over the course of like an hour. So literally just like a regular rainstorm with a little bit of wind, to trees being ripped over, houses being blown apart. I watched a couple houses down from me through a window. One of their windows got blown out. And what a lot of people don't realize, when they see a house that explodes from a hurricane, it's like, how does it explode like that where it's in all directions? A lot of times, like if the wind's blowing from the north to the south, if a window in the north end of your house blows out, and the doors are open and it starts going to hallways and stuff, well, that wind's going to keep coming in. It's going to start filling the house up, and the house is going to start expanding, and then boom, it just blows out. So we had to go, we got bungee cords and stuff, and we shut all the doors to the house. We bungeed them all together. We were putting couches and stuff in front of those doors that were, on the north end of the house, because we knew those windows would blow out. And you don't want that wind to just keep filling the whole house up. You want it to just circulate in that one room, and that's it. And so that's what saved the house from blowing up that we were in. But then the roof kind of got ripped off, and the gas line busted, started filling the house up with gas. So we actually had to evacuate the house during the middle of the hurricane. But it was crazy. I was looking out the window. I stayed at a neighbor's house, and I watched my carport just completely rip off, blow over my house. I seen part of my roof fly up. Every tree, every shed just got thrown around like nothing. And when I say trees, like I'm talking 150-foot trees. Some of them were snapped in half, but a majority of these fell over and their whole root systems come up. I mean, that's just how powerful it was. It was crazy. Not a single power pole was up on my road afterwards. It was just absolute. I've never in my life seen that kind of destruction firsthand, and I've never seen wind and stuff like that in my life. It was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying, and I felt so bad because, like, I wish my mom and sister had called me like a couple days early, and they're like, "Should we just leave?" I was like, "No, we're fine. I mean, it's like a tropical storm, you know. Went from a tropical storm to this in like 3 days." I mean, I'm glad we were all together, but it, you know, like I said, I lost 2 of my friends. They did pass away. One of them, they still haven't recovered them yet. The other one was found, and I've had numerous friends that are displaced that, you know, was renting a house, and the house. Sorry, the thing unplugged. But I had numerous friends that were renting homes, and the homes got destroyed, and they didn't have any kind of renter's insurance. And the people that they were renting from, you know, pretty much said, well, we're not going to rebuild. Insurance is going to give us money for the house, and that's going to be it. And so, you know, there's a lot of people that don't have anything anymore, and they're displaced, you know, through different states. The restaurant where I work at, I'm a manager at a large corporation. We're actually we're not a corporate store, we're a franchise store. So, but anyway, we have 100. We're 98. We have 98 employees there, and out of the 98, we only have like 58 left. So tomorrow we got a mass hiring going on. We got a ton of people coming in to hire while we're rebuilding. We've been closed since the day before the hurricane, and we're not going to reopen until November 15th. And we've actually lost 3 of our management staff too that are permanently displaced. So it's a long road ahead here. It is a long road ahead. The devastation is just, it's unreal. It is. Now the response is unreal too. I know the second the hurricane passed, because like we went outside with the last like 15-20 minutes of storm when the gas line busted, and then we hit the eye of the storm. And that's where it gets dangerous. The eye hits, and it's like beautiful and calm. And then a few minutes later, the back end of the hurricane comes, and that's where winds are blowing the opposite way, and that's where the real destruction comes through. But the way that it turned to the right real hard, after the eye wall hit us, and then the second end came around, it curved right really hard, so we didn't catch all of it here, and that really saved my ass. I know that for a fact. But the second that it completely passed me, we walked out to the main road, my state road, which is like 200 foot away from my house, and I'm talking like it was still a little bit of rain coming down, and there was already a line of like 500 vehicles, emergency vehicles from Louisiana, Texas, Georgia. All these emergency personnel were already coming through, assessing the areas and stuff, and it was just like, damn, these dudes are on it. So the response has been amazing. The outreach, everybody on here checking on me, I appreciate it. It meant the world to me. Mr. Commendation, Renegade, Matt, Kier, Daniel, y'all don't even know what y'all mean to me. These guys just started donating money to me without me even knowing it, and it was at a time when it really works. I mean, I've gone 3 weeks without work, which means no pay, and we don't open for another 2 weeks, and I'm rebuilding the restaurant right now, but I'm not getting paid right now. I mean, I'm a manager out there. I don't have to do this. I want to do this. The quicker we get open, the quicker I can start making a living again. So, you know, I still got a little bit longer to go without any kind of pay, but things will start getting back. So, survival, I need to win 1. Okay, I can't do it tonight because of the connection, and I got to get up real early. But what's tomorrow? Saturday. How about tomorrow evening or Sunday? I'm off Sunday. I only got to work like 2 hours Sunday morning. We're just going in for a few minutes. So yeah, tomorrow or Sunday, let's definitely get up and do that. For sure. We can knock one out quick. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here because I do got to get ready to call it a night. Everybody, I do appreciate y'all. I will be on tomorrow playing. I don't know if I'll stream. If I get good connection, I will be streaming. Really, any night that I got some free time, if the connection allows it, I'm going to go ahead and stream, start making up for the 3 weeks that I couldn't stream. But again, I appreciate everybody. Y'all don't know what y'all mean to me. Y'all really do mean the world to me. The entire time that this storm had gone through, like I said, during the daytime, I kept myself busy, but every night, you know, no cable, no internet, no power, no water. it gets pretty boring pretty quick, and you know, this community was usually the first thing on my mind. So again, I appreciate everybody. I will talk to y'all soon. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Peace. Katie, I'll talk to you in a minute. Late.